Physician who's had my license for 40 years and had a very strong biochemistry background. I can say, and seeing what's happening with the X39, I can say without a doubt that this is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime.
Hi, everybody. Maria Benardis here. Hope you're well. So for those that don't know, I'm a health and wellness and spiritual coach, cookbook author, chef, and I'm very, very blessed to say that this year I was voted #1 on the top 10 list of females disrupting the health industry. So I'm very honored to have earned this particular title. However, it has been over 20 years in the making. So unlike a lot of people that have just emerged in health and wellness, I've been in it for many, many years, as you probably gathered. And also very fortunate to have been awake many, many years before the last 3 years and have been very vocal on GMOs and chemtrails and all of that. So I was really, thank you, all credit to Mother, Father, God, ahead of my time and very much awake. So any videos that I do and anything that I discuss, really I've had years and years of experience and years of working with clients and accumulating that experience. And today is, something I've had a lot of experience in, both personally, but also, I was on the board of directors of the Australian Menopause Foundation, and I was also the treasurer. So, being on the board, I actually got to interact with a lot of our members and women that had gone through menopause. And I'm here to tell you, menopause is not just for women over 50. I came across women in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s that went into menopause. And one of the main reasons was cancer. What a lot of people may not know is sometimes what cancer does is it puts the person into menopause. So you'll find a lot of women go into menopause as a consequence of the whole cancer experience. Now, although I'm speaking about menopause, this video also applies, and everything I have to say, to hot flashes. So I'm talking about the hot flashes as a consequence of ascension. All right. So it's not just women that get hot flashes, men are getting them at the moment as a consequence of the body becoming crystalline. And what happens, we're going to get instances where we get hot flashes and then we're going to go cold. So this also, what I'm talking about, applies to that situation as well. So this video is not just for women only and menopause. Anything that I'm discussing in this video equally applies to men. And you'll see why, because some of the solutions I offer in this video also apply to men who have a big issue with their testosterone because they're not eating properly. They've been eating a lot of crap. And really, men are not doing very much for their health. This is one of the things I notice. Men do not take care of themselves. They take more care about their car. They take more care about their house. their wife, their partners, whatever, but they seem to be leaving themselves last. And a lot of them are suffering at the moment, really severe ascension symptoms. So, really, what I'm discussing today applies to both men and women. Of course, the men are not going to get all these menopause symptoms I'm about to discuss, but they're definitely going to get the hot flashes and some of the other ascension symptoms. And the solutions that I offer equally apply to both men and women. So, okay, so what are some of the things that, let's focus on the women, that the women are experiencing as a consequence of menopause? So, one of them, which is also an ascension symptom, is hot flashes. So, what they're finding is the heat's going up, heat's going down, heat's going all over the place, like burning up sensations. But also, some women will find that they get red blotches. Now, also, this is an ascension symptom. Isn't it really interesting? Men are also getting these symptoms and the red blotches. That's an ascension symptom. And again, the solutions that I'm going to discuss equally apply to men and women. So this could be throughout the whole day. Some find that it just happens during night. So really, it varies on the particular person. So it's a case by case. Not everybody's going to get them at night. Not everybody's going to get them during the day. Or throughout the day. There might be an hour, there might be two. So it will vary, but that is one symptom. Now, another symptom that I've noticed with some women, especially over 50, yes, they do lose a little bit of control on their bladder, but so do men. But this is one of the symptoms of menopause. And another one that I've noticed, and it is also an ascension symptom, not a menopause only symptom, is sleep. So they're finding disruptive sleep. Men are as well having trouble sleeping. So again, I have the solutions coming up for a lot of these symptoms. Also, women are going to find that they're getting a little bit turned off, being sexually active, and so on. But again, let's not forget, this is also an ascension symptom. There is less importance on that and more importance on agape and other elements and other ways of expressing love. But that is a menopause/ascension symptom. Another one is mood changes. This is also an ascension symptom. I'm sure a lot of us have noticed. So, mood swings up and down, and this is because the hormones are changing. This equally applies to men. They have hormones, they're going up and down. And also, their sperm levels are going up and down, especially because of the poor diet and not looking after themselves. So that's another important thing. Now, another thing that also applies to men over 50, not just women, is the body starts to change. You start to put on weight, especially around the belly. And it's not just from beer, it's part of life. So we've got to do things such as changing our diet to the ascension diet, as I call it. Not only that, wrinkles. Okay, so a lot of women and men will notice they start to get wrinkles, especially women with menopause, going through menopause. Why? Because the collagen stops. Being activated and reproduced. A lot of people say to me, Maria, you've gone through menopause. You're approaching 60 and you don't have one wrinkle. Why? Because I'm about to tell you the solution. So just because you've got menopause, just because you're going through ascension, just because you're over 50, does not mean you have to have wrinkles, does not mean you have to have any of these symptoms. And I'm going to tell you how I nipped them all in the butt, so to speak, and I didn't have any. And now I did notice little bits of hot flashes due to ascension, but they're minimal. They're very minimal because I have a routine and I'm just about to discuss that with you. So, really, there are things we can be doing to minimize these effects. So, again, collagen production stops. So, we need to be doing things to increase our collagen. And I'm going to talk about a non invasive way that handles everything I just said, plus activates your stem cells, plus activates your collagen and rejuvenates it. So you don't even have to take a collagen supplement. Okay, so we covered weight gain. So let's talk about some of the ways of how we can manage these hot flashes, ascension symptoms, and menopause. Again, this all falls in the same category. It is the same way to tackle it all. And this is also the way that I managed my menopause symptoms and didn't have any symptoms. And a lot of people are like, oh, Maria, yes, I did have initially the hot flashes, but then I put all of this that I'm about to discuss into action quickly. And guess what? Maria was fine. So the first one is the Ascension diet. So please, I have a video. Go and have a look at that. I'm not covering the full details of that video. It's on my Rumble channel, it's on my backup YouTube channel, and it's on my YouTube channel and website. Please have a look at that. I go in there comprehensively on the diet. It's a high vibration diet, and this is what we need to be eating: high vibration food, high vibration mind, and high vibration spirit. So please have a look at that. I'm just going to cover some key things directed to menopause and hot flashes. So, and most important of all, listen to your body about what it wants to eat and doesn't want to eat, which is stuff that's categorized in the Ascension diet. So, some of the things that, especially when we're going through hot flashes, that we should look at sort of minimizing or avoiding are spicy foods. Because when you're going through hot flashes, eating spicy foods actually brings that up and gets those heat episodes happening even more. And this applies also for hot flashes for the Ascension. Another thing we should avoid or minimize at the bare minimum is caffeine and alcohol. So, what these two things do is they actually make those heat waves more severe. So, we're talking about the Ascension symptom heat waves go up more, and also the menopause heat waves. The next one is carbs and starchy foods and sugars. So, white sugar, so anything white. We're talking about white pasta, white bread, white potatoes, white rice. All of that does not assist with the Ascension and doesn't assist with menopause. So very important that we, look to cut that out. Now, another thing that's very important, and you'll see it in my Ascension diet video, is I do cover processed foods. So please, you've got to minimize or cut out microwave food, processed food, anything that comes from a plant, as in a plant that makes things and combines things. So we're not talking about plants in the garden, such as fruit and vegetables. So we need to start avoiding that. It's low vibrational frequency food, adds absolutely no nutrition to our body. Now, also, I have an Ascension nutrition range on my website. Again, there's a link in the description. It's Rain, Soul, Core. You'll see all the three nutrition range that I take. There are seeds from various fruit, vegetables, turmeric, black cumin seed in a little satchel, and I just take three of those. They're three different ones, one morning, noon, and night. So that is a great way to get the nutrition if you're not eating bowls of fruit and vegetables a day. So look into that. Link in the description. And of course, I have videos on my website on that, Rumble channel, YouTube, and backup YouTube. So, what are some of the foods specific for hot flashes and menopause that are favorable and help alleviate to a certain extent what is going on, in particularly with women because of the estrogen and the balance of the hormones going a little bit all over the place. And this is phytoestrogens, so foods that are have naturally occurring in the plant compounds that mimic the effect of estrogen. So some of these, not exhaustive, include flax seeds, flaxseed oil, linseed, sesame seeds, tempeh, grapes, berries, green tea, chickpeas, barley, plums, spinach, almonds, quinoa, yams, and broccoli. So that's just a little bit of a list of some things that we can incorporate in our diet and in our life to help us with the hot flashes. And of course, in particular for women, the estrogen going all over the place and hormones for menopause. Now, the second thing going away from food is drink lots of water. Make sure it's purified. Make sure it's structured. What is structured? I have videos. Have a look at that on my, again, channels. Increases the vibrational frequency of the water, like Dr. Emoto showed with the crystals. So very important. Lots of purify. Again, on my website, link below, you're going to see link. It's back to my health store. Go there and you'll see all the information and lots of videos on each thing there that can help you. The next thing is exercise. Very important that we walk, especially because we're getting a little bit of fat around our belly. So walking is amazing, and also lots of stretching is very important. So I do yoga, and highly encourage you, Pilates, yoga, whatever it is, as long as you're moving, it's very, very important, and it helps flush out all the toxins as well. Now, number 4, very important, light. Light heals. This is what the ancient Greeks used, light to heal. So what are we talking about here, everybody? We're talking about sunlight, and we're talking about light therapy. We are light beings, so we need light. So please spend at least half an hour in the sunlight to get your vitamin D. A lot of people, men and women, that have a lot, getting a lot of Ascension symptoms or getting a lot of these hot flashes are not getting enough sunlight. So light is the solution. This is how God, in the beginning was the word, and then God used light to create. Okay, and this is why I'm a big fan of ancient Greek light therapy. The Egyptians used it as well, which leads me to the 5th solution. So I did all of that, but this was the actual, oh my God, solution for me that really cleared everything. And that is light therapy. As I said, was used in ancient Egypt, was used in ancient Greece. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. We are light beings. And what is the future of healing? Quantum light therapy. What is this? I'm about to discuss med bed light therapy that you can have in your home. So there are 2 patches I'm going to talk about. Okay, I'm wearing one. It's the X39 and SP6. Now, why am I discussing 2? Well, let me run down what each one does. Some of the things I'll run down, and then I'll tell you why I'm saying 2, because some people only need to wear one. Some people may need to then supplement. Okay, so what is X39? X39, as we know, resets all your stem cells, rejuvenates your stem cells. Why do you think I've got no wrinkles, everybody? And because, as we know, as you get older, they start to die. Your cells start to die, and they are your battery pack for Ascension. So we need to detox them, we need to regenerate them, and we need to rejuvenate them. This is what X39 does. It repairs cellular damage, restores collagen. Okay, this is why a lot of people are noticing their age is reversing, because the collagen has started to reactivate. It rebuilds scar tissue. It reduces fine lines and wrinkles, increases energy, increases sexual libido, and antioxidants. It's anti-aging, anti-inflammation, pain relief by 50 to 100% in 3 to 4 minutes. Of course, for those that are really severe, there is ice wave that I get them to add on, but most people find a solution just on this patch. Improves hair growth, improves sleep. Oh my goodness me, I could be here all day. That's just some. Now, SP6. So this is an appetite and craving suppressor, increases digestive function, increases organ function, balances hormones and the hypothalamus. Okay, so this is really important one. Okay, because this is not just for women and men. Okay, this applies to men as well. They have hormones, and regulates all autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So Why have I suggested these two patches? Now, normally what I find is when I get men or women started on X39, that's all they need and it takes care of everything. But sometimes I'm finding women that where they have their menopause um, going for a lot longer than 6 months and a year, they need a little bit extra boost. So when they need, so I get them on X39 for 3 months. And then if I find they're still having a few Ascension symptoms or they're still having a few menopause symptoms, then we supplement with SP6. So this is why I'm mentioning SP6. Sometimes we need to add that. Now, as with all patches, there are particular ways that we need to patch up. Now, there will be instructions in the packet, but just by way of example, I'm going to show you how to patch up SP6. So let's add this to the stream. So again, there's different acupuncture points, and you can see this for hot flashes, and this includes men as well. It goes right here below the ear. It won't go like X39, which is behind the neck where the bone is, or below the belly button, or on a pain spot. So this is where people have found the most effect. Okay, and it's the right SB6 complete right behind the left earlobe. Okay, so again, everything's connected to acupuncture points. So again, there will be a booklet in there that will show you the TW17 position. And again, it will show you other alternatives, which are, for example, on the ankles. So this is where we kind of have to, try different positions because some positions give us maximum benefit. So again, I don't really want to go into that too much, the patching. I just wanted to show you that light therapy, this life wave stem cell therapy, is based on particular points on the body where that part of the body regulates that particular aim and vision that patch is trying to do. So really, this is all I wanted to cover today because a lot of people are experiencing hot flashes with Ascension. And of course, women are going through menopause, and with the Ascension symptoms, I'm finding that the menopause symptoms are actually getting a little bit more pronounced, to say the least. All right. Thank you for watching. God bless you, everybody. Again, please like, subscribe, share. Links are in the description to everything that I discuss. Follow the links, read more. And again, please watch my Ascension diet video. And thank you all for your love and support. Thank you to all that watch my videos. I love you all. Agape and God bless.
Hey, you should know, it doesn't matter where you're from, what you do. All that matters is that you kind, spread love, and posit. Me tell you, you are love. I love you. You could do anything. Go get it. I love you.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.